How's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest gaming news, rumors, and speculation. It seems like we somehow slipped into a portal into another timeline or dimension or something, because Starfield has been totally lighting up the last couple of days. From the official information that I broke down a couple days ago that came straight from Bethesda, to the new leaked Starfield images and supposed story information that leaked 2 nights ago as well. We got 3 new Starfield leaked images from that 2018 early build of the game and some kind of random story bits alongside one of these images also. But don't worry, there are no spoilers in this video at all regarding Starfield's story, as I am 100% the story leak aspect of all this is fake, but the images themselves are actually 100% real, as I've seen a couple of them already a little while ago from one of the sources that actually has all of these images, because yes, that is correct, there are a lot more Starfield images that haven't been posted yet that are part of the same exact leak, the same leak that all these images came from, and I don't even know what these other extra images could be, as I haven't seen every single leaked image from the 2018 build of Starfield. I know this may all sound a little bit confusing right now, but don't worry, if you're not in the know regarding this entire leak, I'll explain in quick but complete detail where all these leaks came from here at the beginning of the video, and then I'll break down and share the new screenshots as well. Then at the end of the video, I'll break down the story leak aspect and explain why I think it's faker than the Gamescom CGI trailer. I don't know what's going on with Gamescom and CGI trailers. Is this the 90s or something? First off, these new images are right here, and they are indeed from the same leaked batch of images that I've talked about and broken down previously on the channel. The leaked Starfield images that you've probably seen before if you follow Bethesda news as closely as I do. And all these screenshots are from a 2018 early build of Starfield. Some of them are actually from an early 2019 build as well, but it's basically the same build. But the point is, none of these images should be representative of the game in any way, shape, or form, because we already know Starfield looks better than these images based on a recent trailer we saw, and there are a lot more images, like I've said, that nobody has posted publicly yet, and like I've said in past videos, I've seen some of these images that weren't posted, but definitely not all of them, because only a handful of people actually have access to the entirety of all these images. Basically, the story is, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, a Bethesda developer accidentally posted a ton of Starfield images based upon their own work on the game onto a website that I don't want to name in this video. They did this for professional reasons. These images were actually meant to serve as a resume or example of their work and not be public at all. But the dev accidentally set it too public somehow, and before the entire community noticed this, a handful of people actually noticed the mistake, told the dev, they worked together to try to keep these images hidden so the developer wouldn't get in trouble and lose their job. But that must not have worked, because over time the images definitely were trickling out via leaks bit by bit, and it seems like these new images are part of this entire strange hidden Starfield quest chain or whatever the heck is going on. And as far as the new images themselves, I have definitely seen the first 2 previously, but not this third one, and the third one in particular has a strange, bizarre situation surrounding it, but I kinda totally believe I know what's going on here. And for those that don't know, all these images are indeed legit, and they're basically from the same batch of screenshots and assets of that 2018 early build of Starfield that leaked previously. All these images were proven legit, as Bethesda later literally wore t-shirts with imagery from the leaks, and on top of all this, I verified all this myself as I spoke with a couple of the people that have all the images supposedly, if you believe what they say. And they're actually the ones that gave me the previous images that I shared with the community. They just haven't wanted to be named yet or be public yet, which I totally understand. And to further collaborate all this, one of my personal sources also verified all this as well, the same source that told me about that Quake Revitalized edition that I talked about way before QuakeCon 2021. So basically the TL Doctor is, yes, these are all 100% legit, but not the story bit, which I'll get into here in a second. First of all, let's break all these images down using an Aurora Fish Space Skooma thing that is confirmed to now be in Starfield as well, which I totally love, by the way. It kinda makes me wonder if Michael Kirkbride helped out with a few Starfield things. First off, I have no idea where these other images came from or who is actually leaking them, but I'm pretty sure I know now just based on more recent information that I've received within the last few hours. I can't necessarily say who it is publicly yet because I don't want to call them out like that, especially when they're just trying to have fun and just meme on stuff here. They're not trying to gain any clout from this or anything. It's just for fun, so I'm not going to ruin that for them. But I believe one of the people with all the images is actually behind these recent leaks, and perhaps all the leaks that have happened, because I believe they're trying to leak these images through content creators instead of doing it themselves. Or maybe they just shared random images with random groups of people, and some of these people have held on to their images until now for some reason, and now those people are the ones leaking these. Either way, on top of all this, I have the feeling we'll get even more images soon as well, but it seems like whoever is sharing them is actually trying to troll the community, as at the same time one of these new images literally had porn photoshopped into it, and that is why there is a huge portion of this image censored out on the right here. It's naked porn, man, and I don't want YouTube to shut my channel down because of that. But the same image obviously was later cropped by somebody who didn't want naked porn man on it, and they just wanted the story aspect of it to be on the image. The story doesn't quite seem to match Bethesda's style, and already doesn't quite line up with what I've actually heard about the game's story, so I can almost guarantee the story aspect of this leak is fake. But like I said, the images themselves are 100% legit. And for some reason, everyone wants to point out that the terrain here is clipping through the environment, but I don't think that's actually clipping at all, because if you use your eyes, it looks like there are smooth edges and the complete geometry shapes from the building structure. It also seems like we are just seeing rock buildup or something near the bottom of the structure itself, perhaps near a support column. And even if this was clipping, we really shouldn't be judging Bethesda based off an early 2018 build of the game anyway, especially so when we've seen more recent and updated visuals in the form of an actual literal video thanks to E3 2021. Other than that though, we seem to be on the exterior of either a ship or a structure on a rocky planet, perhaps the same planet and structure that is seen in the other leaked Starfield images from months ago. We can also see familiar assets and labels such as storage here, which was seen in other leaks, as well as the company logo for TEC or Tech over here as well. And of course, placeholder character man is standing proud with his jetpack. Yes, that's a jetpack, leave me alone. And the HUD seems to be the same placeholder HUD from the previous leaks as well, although I do doubt this will be the actual HUD in the final version of the game. I'm pretty sure it'll be built upon further than this. We can also see air duct work, likely part of a life support system providing oxygen to the structure itself, which makes me wonder if certain settlements on certain planets with different atmospheres will actually require additional infrastructure in order to be livable and more viable. That style of depth would be hype and much needed in a Bethesda Game Studios RPG, in my opinion. The next image seems to be the same ship from the previous leaked images, and I heard this ship is part of a faction called the Black Fleet supposedly, but I can't verify that information. We already know about the Crimson Fleet in Starfield, and I kind of believe that's probably what this is supposed to be part of, and maybe the Black Fleet is something else. Either way, we have definitely seen this ship before, but now we get a couple of alluring new angles of this ship, complete with what looks like to be the cargo bay door on the back, similar to the cargo door that we saw in the 2021 trailer on our own ship. The ship doesn't seem to be the same ship from the trailer though, but it's still nice to get the front and back angles of it. I am loving the design and aesthetics of the ships and technology in general so far in Starfield, and we can even see what appears to be a weapon, a drill, or some kind of shock absorber here at the front of the ship as well, or maybe it could be some kind of space ram for pirate attacks, as the Black Fleet sounds like it would definitely be some sort of pirate faction, and the Crimson Fleet is a pirate faction as well. Then we have this image here, the one that a troll photoshopped porn onto for some reason, along with a fake story leak using some sort of rainbow font filter again for some reason. But yes, I believe the story is 100% fake on this leak, but I do know that the images themselves are 100% legit. I believe that these new leaks though are being used as some sort of troll or as a meme because somebody is just bored during their quarantine times and wants to entertain people and release the images that they've received from somebody. But to be honest, I actually find that pretty hilarious and fairly entertaining. This image itself seems to be within the same structure that we saw in the previous leaks, as we can see the same logos and just the overall design and aesthetic, including some sort of futuristic scanners or metal detectors or purifiers or something like that as well. I don't know what these things are, but like I said, the image was heavily trolled as somebody photoshopped a naked porn man onto it, and I don't have the original image without the meme aspect of it, unfortunately, but I kind of have the idea that the clear original screenshot will most likely be posted at some point soon. Either way though, like I said, I'm honestly alright with the trolling and the meme aspect of all this, as the images themselves at this point in time would just be fairly boring and basically kind of are. While yes, it's still cool to see more of the game, and yes, it is definitely great to see this ship from different angles, the gameplay screenshots, or whatever you want to call them, have lost a lot of their hype and excitement value already, as we've already seen a much more recent and updated version of the game in video form thanks to E3 2021. When we first saw the original leaked images, it was well before we actually saw in-engine footage of Starfield, so they definitely were a lot more exciting when we received them way back then. If these images were also dropped way before E3 2021, then maybe they would have gained a lot more hype and attention, but I really don't think that's the leakers' goal here. I don't think they're out for clout or just like even the excitement or hype value at this point. I think they're just having fun and using the remaining unleaked pictures as a meme of sorts, and I actually think that's a genius move, as that actually makes these pictures more entertaining than they would have ever been on their own at this point in time. Starfield leaked memes would be a new niche that I could totally dig and kind of be excited to see more of. Either way, I expect there to be more leaks like this in the days to come as the remaining pictures get dropped to us, most likely in meme form, like I said. Remember though, while the images themselves are indeed legit and from the same 2018 build of Starfield, anything else except for the images themselves will most likely be fake. So if more leaks are dropped with more images like this, the images are probably true, but if there's more supposed story or gameplay details alongside them, you can almost guarantee that those extra details will be fake and just added on as a troll, which is what a strange freaking timeline we live in. Either way, that finishes up everything I wanted to talk about in today's video. Let me know what you think about all this down in the comments below, and as always, if you enjoy the content, be sure to give a video a thumbs up, as that helps the channel out a lot. If you enjoy the content and you want to stay in the know when it comes to the latest Bethesda and gaming news in general, be sure to subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, make sure that you still are, as YouTube does sometimes randomly unsubscribe people according to recent comments. If you want to help grow the channel and the community, be sure to share the video, as sharing videos is the best way to help grow a channel and a community. And lastly, if you want to go above and beyond to support the channel, you can support the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. Links for all this and more are down in the description below, and as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when who knows what the heck is going to happen next. This has been a crazy week for Starfield, and I totally wasn't expecting this. I think somebody found those psychedelic space fish a little bit too early.
It just works.